Well, first of all, I'd like to extend my warm welcome to the new members of Amway. So welcome to Amway and welcome to our organization. The committee told me that this weekend seminar is especially for the new people. So I will really very excited and hope that I can say something to help the new people to know more about the Amway business. But before I say anything, I would like to say hello to our partners, our ABOs in Indonesia, in Thailand, in Philippines, and Vietnam. Of course, our Malaysian ABOs and leaders. Selamat petang. Apa khabar? I'm sure everybody is good, right? Well, you see, we have ABOs that come from different countries. We're all from different places, from different backgrounds. But we have something in common, that all of us, we have dreams. And all of us, we want to become successful. But the point here is there are so many people doing Amway business. So many, hundreds and thousands and even millions of people are joining the business everywhere. But not all are successful. Many of them fail in the business. Well, I shouldn't say they fail in the business. I can only say they choose to quit the business. In fact, nobody failed in Amway. They quit the business. But in the first place, why they quit the business? If Amway is so good, why they quit the business? I believe that many of you have, friends and relatives have been in the business and then they quit the business long time ago. There must be some reason. I think this is very important that I'm going to share with you, that I believe that to be successful, it's not just about what to do or how to do. It's about why you do. I think this is really important. You got to know first why you join the business. Well, I heard some of you been talking just now, the few speakers before me, they did a good job. They were very excited and they talk about, why they joined the Amway business. Someone said they want to buy car, buy house, big house. All of us, actually, we all have dreams. You want to become successful, want to achieve financial independence, you want to, achieve uncommon freedom, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I know, I understand that, okay? You know why you are Amway. But my point here is, there are so many opportunities around. There are so many companies. Why Amway? Why you choose Amway? Why not other company? Why not other opportunity? So I think this is really important. I think we really have to figure it out. For me, I've been in the business for about 44 years, and then everywhere I share this concept with my leaders. We got to know first why we choose Amway. In fact, there are 3 reasons, very important reasons, or rather said, there are 3 success principles. And if you understand these 3 success principles and you follow them accordingly, trust me, you have a very good chance to become successful. In fact, you look at your upline, you look at your leaders, many of them, your crown ambassador. I tell you what, you see, Crado is a very successful organization. Let's talk about Malaysia. Well, we have altogether 10 crown ambassadors in Malaysia, and 5 of them are from Crado organization. There must be something. Now, I don't speak Thai, but Crado, my groups in Thailand, I think we have to build the biggest business in Thailand. I think we achieved probably about 70% of the volume in Thailand. I can speak Vietnam. But I think we have the largest Vietnamese group in Vietnam. We produce the biggest volume in Vietnam. There must be something. I tell you what, these 3 success formulas. Everywhere I go, I talk about these 3 success formulas, these 3 success principles. The first one is believe. Okay? Oh, I know. You probably say, everybody know. You got to believe. You got to believe in Amway. But my point here is why you believe. You cannot just say, I believe. You cannot just because you attend some meetings or read some books or listen to some successful leaders talk about how fantastic is Amway, that Amway is the biggest, Amway is the most successful direct selling company in the world, and then you begin to believe. I think no. You see, all these are influenced from outside. Belief has to come from within. Are you really believe? I tell you what, you know why I really believe in this Amway business? One of the most important reasons why I believe is because Amway is really special. Okay, Amway has some rules to guide the business. We have code of ethics to help leaders to build the business. You see, the code of ethics of Amway is to protect our business. The rules of conduct is to protect all Amway leaders. I think that is very, very important because you see, why we join Amway business? Because we want to be successful. And can you imagine? You put in effort, you put in time, and you build a large organization, you become very successful. We need the company to have certain rules and regulations to protect our interests. I think that is very important. There are many code of ethics or rules, but the most important one is 70% rule. Well, to make it very simple, the 70% rule is to, kind of prohibit, to stop people from buying more than what they can sell. I think this is really important, you know. See, Amway is a selling business. Amway is not a buying business. Can you imagine now? You ask yourself this question. There are so many other businesses. They will probably be interested in wanting you to invest more money. They want you to put in more money. They want you to come up with more money. They want you to buy more products because the more you buy, the more money they make. But Amway is different. Rich Divorce said, they are not interested in our money. Rich Divorce said, he is interested in our success. And that's why they set up this rule that to stop us from buying more than we can sell. In fact, he shared a story years ago. He talked about, a businessman wanted to buy $1 million US worth of Amway products. And that was about 40 years ago. 40 years ago, $1 million US is a lot of money. And I tell you, rich people say, no, if you want to do business with us, follow the rest of the Amway people that they are doing. Buy a starter kit and then get a few products. And if you like it, you believe it, then you buy some more. But don't buy more than what you can consume or sell. So I think this is really a very special concept of the Amway business, that Amway wanted to protect all Amway ABOs. They do not want us. Sometimes we got excited, we got motivated, or we got misled by people that, put in money, buy stocks. You know, that is not the way. Success is selling. Success is not buying. Buying is easy. Everybody can buy. Am I right? You got money, you can buy one. So in other words, this is what I learned from the very beginning, and this is what I taught my leaders everywhere in the world, that, hey, don't buy more than you can sell. And then another reason why I believe in Amway is because Amway is a business built on integrity, honesty, and trust. You see, Amway is an honest company. It's a company that is trustworthy. I think that's important because, you see, Oh, well, I mean, Amway can be very big if you cannot trust the company. Hey, you're going to work with the business not just for today or tomorrow. You probably have to spend months and years with Amway. Right? It's very important that when you choose a company, you choose a company that you can trust. And that was why for 40 over years, I'm still so excited about the business because I trusted the company. Really. Now, why I trusted the company? Because Amway keep its promises. Amway always keep its promises. I think this is very important. Right? And the most important promise by Amway is Amway pay us bonuses, incentives, and rewards. This is a very important promise. This promise that is so important. If Amway cannot keep the promise, then why should you do the business? Let me tell you what I've been in Amway for 40 over years. Every month after month, year after year, for 40 years, I received all the bonuses on time. I never failed, to receive a single bonus from Amway. I don't know whether you're aware or not that for the last 60 over years, Amway have paid up 63 billion US dollars. I repeat, 63 billion, not million, billion, not ringgit, dollars to its distributors. So it has a lot of money. And the most exciting thing is, which Diva said, you see, Amway's promise, Amway's bonuses, Amway's incentive will only be addition, no subtraction. Don't you think this is really exciting? I started the business 40 over years ago. During the early days, our per bonus was only 0.5%. And today, it has increased 100% to 1%. And our debt bonus used to be 3%. I'm sure you know the debt bonus, okay? Or leadership bonus. And our leadership bonus from 3% now increased by 100% to 6%. There's a lot of difference. And when I first started, there was no FAA bonuses. And today, the FAA bonuses is probably the most exciting as the biggest bonus of all Amway bonuses. Well, I'm sure for those who really have big dreams, I think it's better that you check with your upline what is FAA bonus. And on top of that, 2-3 years ago, Amway started to, introduce the Core Plus plan, the Core Plus bonus. So a lot of new people are very excited because they can start to earn money right from the very beginning. So in other words, the promises is very important. The incentive is very important. And all those bonuses, as Rich DeVos said, it will only be addition, no subtraction. So this is the reason why I believe in Amway. I think this is really, really important. Trust me, if you really convince yourself and believe in the company, in the business, you too can become successful because belief is very, very powerful. Let me say a few words in Bahasa. Kalau Anda percaya, Anda mesti boleh. Agree with me? Right. Okay, that's good. So this is my first advice to all of you. This is the first success principle that help Amway to become very successful is believe. And the second success principle is work. To be successful, you got to prepare to put in time and effort. Hey, you want big car, you want, you have big dreams, you want big house, and you are not ready to work. There's no free ride in Amway. That's what I believe. There is no such thing as a free lunch. Okay? I know many of us, we want fast money, we want easy money, we want money, we want, we want everything, and we are not willing to put in the kind of time and effort. No. Rich DeVos said, Amway is not a get rich quick scheme. So if you want to get rich quick, you come to the wrong place. Amway is a serious business. Yes, you can earn good money, big money. You can achieve financial independence. You can have freedom. You can have security. You can live a better life. But you have to put in time and effort to earn the success. It's just like any other businesses. You agree with me or not? Any business that can, give you the kind of, success, the kind of lifestyle, got to put in time and effort. And it's the same. Well, over the years, people complain to me. I'm willing to put in time and effort. I'm willing to work. And some even say, I work very hard. Okay. I talk to a lot of people. I sponsor many people, but somehow it doesn't get the result. You see, there are challenges. There are problems. Let me tell you what. If you don't do Amway, you do conventional business, you do other business, it is about the same. If any businesses, will have problems. I always believe that, success, anything worthwhile, never come easy. Okay? So you want big house. You want big car. You want to travel, to see the star. You have big dreams. Anything worthwhile never come easy. There are problems. I agree with that. But so what? If you're willing to learn, problem can be solved. I love what Elon Musk said. He's a very famous, successful business. He's now the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. And he said, you get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of the problems you solve. You get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of the problems you solve. So in other words, the problem is big and you solve big problems, you make big money. If there's no problem, you make no money. I think that is fair, isn't it? So I think this is a very important success principle that Amway can help us to make our dreams come true, but we must be prepared to give what it takes. We must prepare to work. All right? And the third principle is, I'm going to share with you, this very important principle to help you to solve the problem that you face, to overcome the difficulties that you face in Amway business. Very important principle. That is, Amway is a people helping people business. You all know, right? That is really a fantastic, success principle of Amway. I know. Okay, you want to help people. We love helping people. That's what, there is a saying by Zig Ziglar. And he said, you can achieve everything you want in life if you just help enough other people get what they want. Yes, I believe. And I believe you too believe in this principle. And it's a fantastic principle. And I tell you, this is Amway. If you want to help, if you want to become successful, you've got to help people. All right? Don't give a person a fish. Teach him how to fish. But my question is, you got to know how to fish first before you can teach other people how to fish. Am I right? You want to give people. You want to help people. In the first place, you got to have first before you can give. If you have got nothing, how are you going to help? So, I tell you, this is something that a different concept from a lot of other people. That over the years, I believe that this is a fantastic concept, that to help people before you help people, help yourself first. You can't pour from an empty cup. You agree with me or not? So, ladies and gentlemen, my dear Amway leaders, if you are serious about your success, your dreams, you really want to make, good money, hey, help yourself first. Get help. Who will help you? Your sponsor, your upline, your emerald, your diamond. I tell you, all the people behind you, they are more than willing to help you. Believe me, the easiest way to become successful is to follow the footsteps of successful people. Your upline, your emerald, diamond, they have done before. They have achieved success. They have proven success. They have the know-how. They have the experiences. And the most important thing is they are willing to help you. So why not you learn from your upline, learn from your emerald, learn from your diamond, learn from your organization. I tell you what, you see, Crado, we have a very successful system called Golden Triangle System. And all your upline, they follow this triangle system. And that's the reason why they become so successful in Amway. And I hope that you learn from your upline, how to apply this Golden Triangle System to help you. Trust me, if you really follow them properly, learn from the upline, you can become very successful in the Amway business. Help yourself first before you help others. Let me elaborate a little bit further. Probably these 2 years, we may not have the opportunity to fly, but I'm sure many of you have, fly before, right? Now, when you are flying, okay, imagine when you are flying, the cabin crew will give a demonstration, of what to do to save your life. The cabin crew will tell you, should emergency occur, the oxygen mask will drop. And you are instructed to pull the mask over your face first before you are attempting to help someone beside you. You better follow. Help yourself first. If you try to help others, because, your relative or kids or your loved one is next to you and you want to help them first, that's wrong. It's not, selfish. I call it, you focus on yourself first, because if you don't follow this instruction, I tell you, you get unconscious instantly. And you cannot help your people, cannot help the loved one. Am I right? So help yourself first. I think this is really a fantastic concept in Amway. Help yourself first before you help others. Bantu sendiri sebelum membantu orang lain. Betul tak? Bantu sendiri sebelum bantu orang lain. Now, some of the challenges or problems of Amway is to sell the products or sponsor people. People talk about, difficult to sell, neutralite, expensive, water treatment, expensive, to sponsor people is difficult, blah, 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 blah. I tell you what, if you really understand this principle that I really follow for the last 40 years. Help yourself first, okay? Now, don't try to convince people. I know you want to sell, Selling is very important. But don't make people buy. Help people to buy. People don't like to be convinced. In fact, it's hard to convince people. Now, to me Let make it use example, okay, to help you to understand why helping yourself first before helping others. For example, let's say, okay, now we have artistry, our artistry products, okay? I'm sure all the ladies, in fact, men are using artistry products, right? Because everyone loves to have beautiful skin, healthy skin. Everybody would love to look younger, am I right? And I tell you, our artistry is fantastic. Our skincare products can really help ourselves and our customer to protect their skin. Let me use one product. Our Supreme LX Cream. Any one of you using this product? Hey, this is really a fantastic product. Okay? Is a revitalizing anti-aging cream. I would strongly recommend you to use the products. And now, let me explain a little further. Now, if you started to use this product, now, you see, there are many people try to sell this product, okay? Some are very good in maybe the features of these products. They talk about, the ingredients that we have, and then they talk about, it's scientifically proved, blah, 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 blah. I tell you, all this talk, people wouldn't be interested in. People will not be interested in the features, in the benefits of the product. People only interested in you. Trust me. That's why before you sell the products, this Supreme LX Cream to your friends, now, your intention is to help your customer or your potential customer or your prospects, right? Because you want to help your friends to help to revitalize their skin, to help them to look younger. And I tell you, this is a fantastic product that can really help them to have, repair their damaging skin or down-looking skin or old skin. Yes, the LX cream. I tell you, this cream can even help you to act up your skin up to 15 years younger. So you can tell people, hey, LX cream can help you, act up to 15 years younger. People won't believe in you. You get what I mean now? Of course, you can talk about, because we have this ingredient, we have that ingredient, we have so many scientists, it's been proven, blah, 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 blah. But nobody will believe you. But when you apply the product on your face, and then you look younger now, okay? Oh, your skin become, young, fresh, glowing. I tell you, you don't have to say much. Your friend will be convinced. Okay? So the best way to sell the product is you use it first. Okay? The most important customer is you yourself. So help yourself first before you help others. Yes, our intention is to help people because this is Amway principle. Okay? Now we want to help people. Yes, you want to help people. But in the first place, if you cannot help others to understand that our product is really good, how are you going to help them? Tell me. So how are you going to help them to really, to make their skin younger, better, good looking? Now, you agree with me or not? Our body key, our Nutrilite, our Happy Meals, this is our weight control program is probably one of the most successful weight control program in the world. And I believe that, you believe that. And your intention, your friends, that if you can help your friends to lose, body weight, lose fat, okay, and you help your friends to become, healthier, to become fit, to become young, am I right? So let's say you have that intention. Okay, you want to help them. You want to help your loved one. You want to help your wife. You want to help your parents. So that they can lose weight and then to have a better health. And I tell you, our Body Key, our Neutralite is fantastic products. But how to sell? Your intention is to help them, but you got to have a way to sell or prove it to them first. Am I right? So before you help your loved one, your friends, your customer to lose weight, why not you help yourself to lose weight first? So if you started to really follow our weight control program, use our, Body Key, our, Happy Meal, trust me, and you follow it properly, you begin to lose weight. You begin to lose your, fat. A couple of months later, you start to lose 3 kilos, 4 kilos, 5 kilos. And I think when your friends look at you, okay, they'll be surprised. Remember, in Amway, we always talk about, the best way to sell product is you become a testimonial. That is the best way to convince people. You become the products of the products. It's not that difficult, friends. If you want to become successful in selling the products, don't try to, sweet talk and use sales technique and then, trying to convince people. I don't think, it may work, but I believe that we are not salesmen, okay? Some of us, we may not know how to really sweet talk and talk all the technical points about the products. So the easiest way is help ourselves first before you help others. Sponsoring is the same. You want to sponsor people? Hey, it's not that difficult. It's a simple way. If you start to sell, okay, if you start to, I mentioned a few products, the LX Clean and then the weight control program. If you started to, sell all those products by selling to yourself first, you start to earn bonuses. Am I right? I think this is fantastic. So people ask me over the years to sponsor first or to sell first. Well, it's up to you. You can sponsor people first. You can also sell first. But I always think that it is much easier if we sell to ourselves and then we get the benefits and then we prove it to our customers that we change. People see the changes in us. And that's how I help other people to be convinced and help them to make the decision to buy the products. And when my friends, they started buying products, I earn bonuses. Hey, when you started to make money, you will sound more confident and more convincing. Am I right? And that's the reason why I always say, it's not that difficult. If you don't believe me and you try and you are new, because of the sales and marketing plan, wow, can earn a lot of money. And then you start to talk to people. Chances are you'll be discouraged. Okay? Because, as I said just now, okay, you got to have some success, right? So when you're starting to make money, you sound more confident and more convincing. Trust me. So selling, sponsoring is not that difficult. If you follow this principle, bantu sendiri sebelum membantu orang lain. Help yourself before you help others. We all want to help others, but I think why not we help ourselves first? So if you understand this philosophy, this concept, this principle, you can share it with your downline. So very simple business. 3 success principle. 1, believe. If you don't believe, it's hard to do the Amway business. So you got to convince yourself. Don't let other people convince you. Convince yourself. Belief has to come from within, not from outside. I think this is fantastic. So if you are not convinced, stop doing the business. Okay? If you do not believe, stop doing the business. You won't make it in Amway. Trust me. Okay? But if you start to be convinced and believe in the company, believe in the sales and marketing plan, believe in the system, believe in the products, believe in yourself, I tell you, success is simple. And the second is, success is work. Okay? There's no free ride. There's no such thing as, you get something free for nothing. Anything worth achieving got to have some challenges and problems, but we are not afraid because we can learn from our successful people to overcome all those challenges and problems. Because Amway is a people helping people business. We can help. We can get help from our upline. We can get help from the organization. So we learn first. Then we can start to do the business. We want to help other people, Make sure that you help yourself first, okay? That will help you to sell the products and help you to sponsor people. So these are the 3 principles. Very simple principles. I hope you understand. Okay, give it a thoughts. If you think what I shared really makes sense, you follow them. All my leaders everywhere in the world, okay, they follow these 3 success principles and they are very successful. Trust me, I believe in you. If you too can also follow these 3 success formulas, you can make your dreams come true. You can become successful. Undoubtedly. I end my presentation. All the best to you. See you at the top.
40年前，他就深信安利是每个人都可以成功的机会，是可以创造无限的平台。这个除了梦想几乎一无所有的年轻人，守护着人生不设限的信念，把这份初心浓缩在了一个叫成冠的标识中，成为安利皇冠大使，成为自己的人生冠军。安利提供事业良机，成冠助你实现梦想。在成冠，无数人为自己投入热情，焕发潜能，一起书写了令人惊叹的成冠故事。40年，从马来西亚到台湾、泰国，再到中国大陆、菲律宾、印尼。因成冠而发生的改变，每天都在上演。在地球不同的角落，在肤色各异的人群，无数叫成冠的人，用每一天的行动，让40年前的美好愿景，在世界各地变成一连串精彩的人生故事。一圈圈涟漪，荡漾成了安利海洋中最澎湃的波涛。成冠。更用40年时光吸引并打造了无数精英人才，帮助千千万万人踏上成功之路。是什么在引领并缔造这一切？
成冠这个氛围，它可以改变人，变得更好。
这环境是一个好的环境，而且呢，都是正正当当、脚踏实地做法的一种环境。
它没太大的压力，但是它又有一个很强的凝聚力，
健康的文化和理念
，respect，
诚实和正直，
独立合作，
挑战，
全方位的成功人生。
The most important aspect about Cradle culture, in my opinion, is respect, because it's a starting of the business.
We value honesty, even though the result may not happen right away, but it makes us proud and happy.
你的独立的心态很重要，独立伴随着成长，
独立才能做得更大，独立而不分立。那我始终在成冠的这个文化理念的指引下在经营，我们做大了，成冠就做大了。
成冠都是开放，也可以做你自己的事，但是在一起的时候真的是一家人，这是他最棒的地方。
需要靠山的时候有的靠，有那种大思想、大格局的引导，让我们信心很足。
汇集天下英才，你们是不是英才？我要的是安利非凡的自由，丰足的人生。
40年，成冠秉承人才培育的理念，相信每一个人都可以不断超越自我，变得更好。而助人自助的基因，更深深植入在每一位成冠人的心中。
我在傅先生的身上 我欣赏他的是，他不但有安利事业的梦想的貌，也有他的魂。他能够欣赏别人的优点，他能够宽容地接待很多的人，
用积极的赞美、表扬、肯定，去替代这些批评、指责和责怪。整个团队现在变得越来越正能量，越来越有希望。
城关的培训系统会给很多人正确的掌握基础功和正确的经营理念。
我也是因为透过这个城关的课程，然后呢逐步的成长，成为这个皇冠大使。
他成为无数普通人在安利成功的伟大的摇篮。
如同在水面投下一粒石子，涟漪层层泛起。从自我成就到帮助他人成就全方位成功人生，陈冠用40年岁月践行这一美好愿景，让身在其中的每一个人心怀敬意与礼赞。
And were our guy out in that part of the world. From the earliest days, we sat and we visited. And so, watch how far you've come, and to now know where you are is a special treat for all of us here at AID. That you took a leadership role and you took this business and ran with it. And then at many phases in it, you came to us and said we were not doing things right or we were doing something wrong. Always in a very constructive way, always very quietly, but always in a way that contributed to the growth of the business.
Wow, Foo. What a story. You felt you could do this, and you took it and ran with it. So thanks, Foo, for being a great friend and for being a real international leader in the Amway business. You have made a difference in the lives of thousands, if not millions. People all over the world know you, Foo, and all the people I know are bragging about you and talk about you as one of the founding, guiding people in the business. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us, but thank you more than that for doing what you talked about. To be the best example you could be for others. So thanks for that, Foo. Thanks for your love and friendship. We love you and we respect you highly.
陈冠更用40年展现着精英团队独有的胸怀，承担起了对安利未来格局的思考与开拓。
Building a career as an Amway IBO, the public perception is quite negative. To overcome this challenge, one has to have a firm belief and trust in the business. Without trust and belief, success becomes impossible.
陈冠的下一个40年，改变永不停止，精彩永不停止。
我们没有那么伟大，我们很难去改变别人，很难去改变社会，很难去改变这个世界。我们只要让自己变得更好就好了。
这个精神会永远的传下去。
陈冠是很有前景的。
This is a time that is our time to create our own legend, and I believe in you.
陈冠能成为一个永远的传奇。
无数陈冠人的精彩将从这里开始，持续延伸，相互激荡。